Hello everyone, I wanted to come on here today because you have been seeing me use a little beautiful product called Oli G. I'll show you guys one of the packages. You've seen me use this, you've seen me use this, you've seen me use this, and then the shampoos. So I wanted to come on and go over a little bit of each one and what they all do. So Oli G, it's like a rebonder system. Now there's not rebonders in every single one, so that's important to remember. So we're gonna first start with, this is the chemical addiction peptide spray. What you guys are gonna hear me call this, hey, is the protein shake for the hair, because it is literally the protein shake for the hair. Now, what I do wanna point out is on the instructions on the bottle, it says to spray the hair with water, spray this on, and let it set for 10 minutes. You do not need to do that unless it's a extreme case. So when I'm using this, I literally section the hair 2 to 4 pumps, depending on the hair's texture and density on each section, brush it through, and what you're gonna notice is it's going to instantly soften the hair. Like the hair is gonna feel so soft and beautiful. So I will prep right before any chemical service, all over color, balayage, highlight. That is what I'm gonna prep it with. Now the specifics that are in it is it has I can never pronounce it. Big words are hard for me sometimes. Hydrolyzed proteins. So they're small protein molecules that are gonna go in and they're gonna help support that hair. So think of a single piece of hair and there's holes in it. Those holes are the compromised areas of the hair that have become weakened. What the My Chemical Addiction spray is going to do is it's going to help fill those holes because it's protein, and it's going to keep the hair stronger during the services. Let's see, small protein molecules that penetrate deeper into the hair to reinforce weak spots. It improves elasticity. The amino acids are vital for keeping hair from snapping during color, bleach, and heat. So it's going to rebuild compromised areas. Cuticle reinforcement, that's what I just told you guys. Moisture binding polymers help hydrate and balance the hair during chemical service. pH adaptive system. Like, this guy is super smart. I'm reading from the curriculum that I've created from it, so I stay on task because I tend to go off it. Ways to use it, like I just told you guys, you can use it pre any color service. Even at the shampoo bowl, after I've washed out a highlight, I will go through, do a nice little spritz on it after you've towel dried it, spritz it on in your sections, and then brush it through, especially those blondes that take gloss and toners uneven. It's gonna help make sure that it's filling in those holes. So I know you guys have seen them. You look at that blonde after you blowed it out and you can see like super ash and then nothing here. It literally looks like spots on the back of the hair, and that's for a few reasons. And one of the big ones is it doesn't have an even canvas, aka different areas on the hair are taking different colors and absorbing in different ways because of its integrity. And so this is one of the products that I use with handling and combating those issues. It has a slight heat protection in it. So my hair, every time I get out of the shower, I am spraying my hair with that spray. Okay, I'm gonna spray it in my hair. I spray it in all my clients' hair right before I style them because it gives the slightest amount of heat protection. And when you guys use it, like, you're instantly, there's other ones that we've seen out there, you spray the hair and it feels sticky, okay? And it feels crunchy. That is not gonna happen, and you don't need to wait that entire time. Okay, the porosity balancing oil. Okay, so we're gonna go over this guy. So this is Oli G's Renew Porosity Balancing Oil. This is thebomb.com. And mind you guys, all these products I'm showing you, you can use in your salon and studio, and your clients can use the whole line at home, and you don't have to worry about them doing something wrong with it. Or, like, you know, we've had those clients go and buy other like bonder systems on Amazon and do the professional treatments, and they really mess up their hair. They're not going to run into the issue with any of this. So the porosity balancing oil, what I truly love about it is the main thing for it is, say you have your different texture up here because it's nice and soft and virgin hair, and then the texture is down here is off. So using this oil, it's going to give you a nice consistent texture from root to end with balancing out the porosity of the hair. Now I'm going to go over a few of the things with it. It's a professional porosity balancing oil treatment that uses skincare. That's my favorite thing. I'm going to get into that, okay? It uses skincare grade molecules and a blend of nourishing oils to improve color deposit, boost hair integrity, and protect compromised hair during any chemical service. Okay, here's the key active ingredients. Skincare molecules. It's going to increase pigment adhesion and even deposit. Botanical nourishing oils. Restore shine, protect cuticle, reduce porosity. Hydration complex, keep hair moisturized during lightening. Benefits, creates even porosity for smooth results, enhance shine, protects hair, comforts dry, irritated, flaky. Molecules are much, much smaller. It's like I tell you guys not to put food on your hair because the food molecules are so big, they're just going to sit on your hair. Molecules and how these compounds are created are super important in making sure you have a super, super tiny molecule. And when it's created with a skincare molecule to get into our skin, it's going to be extra small. So it's really going to go into that cuticle and get into the hair. Yes, Zoe, love all this info. I know my clients will be turning off. Yeah, literally, I love it. And Zoe knows it too. So it's going to be great with the ingredients that are in it. The nourishing oils like jojoba oil, vitamin A, vitamin C. It has all the nourishing oils you can want. I add this in, and I have measurements. I'm not going to share them in here, but I add it into my permanent color. I add it into my glosses. I add it into my lightener because it has the oils in it and everything that's going to help. It gives that extra shine, especially when you're doing a lightening service. And you know, we have powerful lighteners out there, you guys, really powerful. And yes, they have bonders and all the good stuff, but if we can add a little bit extra nourishment, that is what this guy is going to really do for me. The offset that I like to use it for is, like I said, psoriasis, eczema, flaky scalps. I have clients that when I'm taking them back to dry, I put a little bit on my finger, and a lot of times their irritation is up through the front, on their part line, or even on their neck. I'll go through and I will do that. If they have super sensitive scalps for color applications, it's a really great oil to apply on their scalp area to help with keeping that scalp not as sensitive to the chemicals that are going on with it. When it comes to styling the hair, a little bit goes a long way. Do not just start bloop, bloop, a small amount. And that's going to lead me into, since you only need, like in my hair, you guys, I do like the tiniest, like one little drop. And I have a crap ton of hair. I have fine hair, but I have a lot of it. So I only use one little drop. But you're like, how am I going to evenly disperse it out? I cocktail it with this guy. So now let's get into this one. So this is the Atomic Hair Repair Leave-In Treatment. This has the bonders in it, okay? So the Atomic Leave-In Treatment, let me pull it up. Shalators, because I have my shampoos I'm going to talk about. Hold on, guys, bear with me. So the Atomic Leave-In, you guys probably see a competitor that's very similar to it. And what I want to point out is I'm not going to point out the name of the competitor, okay? But I'm going to point out if you are using another competitor that's in packaging that looks kind of like this and is white, the difference major is between them is the other one you need to make sure you read on it. You can't use it every single day, every single time. You use it for X amount of uses and then you set it aside because too much of a good thing can create issues, okay? So that's going to create breakage in the hair. So what I'm going to make sure with the Atomic Leave-In, you can use it every single time, all the time, okay? And I like to pair it with the oil. So when I have this in my hand, I put this, cocktail them together, and it's going to help with nice, beautiful, even disbursement throughout the hair, okay? So the Atomic Leave-In Treatment, this is a true internal repair engine in the system. Key technology, oligopeptide 78 and biotonal triteptide 1. What it does is it penetrates deeply into the cortex, increases elasticity, strengthens internal keratin, keeps the hair bendable during stress such as foiling, blonding, wet teasy lights, you know, when we're combing out those teasy lights, creates even porosity for even cleaner lift and deposit. Make sure. And then I'm going to get into like the uses of how I have all of this accidentally like all meshed up. So it's really like, it is the hero. It's like the main guy of all of the Oli G kind of like setup. There's my mixing ratios, my shampoos. I have it all in here. I should have had it much more organized. Sorry guys. I picked it up and I was like, I have this. I will have these guys organized more. That's the shampoo. It's in here. Okay. We're gonna go off the handle. Okay. So with this guy, when and why would I use it? So I like to use this before a glossing treatment. So if you're working with a client that has highly, like, you know, that hair that you're scared to even touch a gloss to because it's going to absorb it in 0.2 seconds. So I'll go in with my chemical addiction peptide spray it, and then I'll go through with the atomic leave-in treatment, just a little bit. I'll do one pump in my hand, and then I brush it all through. Ideally, you want it to set on their hair for quite some time. It, honest God, feels better than the other guy. Yeah, okay. So I'm taking a break and talking about this. The competitor against this one, there's going to be a big difference that you will instantly feel right away. And I put it through the test. This product, Oli G, I tested it. I used it on my own hair. I used it on my clients. Like, I'm going to go through products and bottles before I sit there and stand behind a product and say, buy this, because we know there's tons of stylists out there saying that like this is incredible to other brands, but do you have any empty bottles to prove that? So love it. So with the treatment, I will do that before glossing, and then I will use the treatment before every style. It's a great cutting lotion. It pairs so well with the oil. So this is the bonder. And when I told you guys in the system, other guys, thank you Zoe, other guys out there, the bonder is in like every single product, okay? The bonder is going to be in the atomic leave-in treatment. It's not going to be in this guy. They all work together though to create this complete hair care regimen, routine, treatment, everything you need. But the great thing that the good stuff is just in this, you can't overuse the others in that sense, okay? Alrighty, so then let's go through my nice unorganized papers that I decided to do here. I think because I have two different curriculums sitting here, and that's the complete system. I went over this entire system, but backwards. Okay, so the clarifying detoxifying shampoo. Now something I want to point out to you guys, let me grab, okay. So we have two shampoos. This is the Pure Detox Clarifying Shampoo. And then this is the pH Balancing Shampoo. One of the things just in shampoos in general, majority of the time, so the detox, it's going to come out more, I'm not going to do it on my hands, but it's a clear shampoo. Okay, the pH balancing, it has a little bit more of a creamy. What does that mean? It means it's going to be a little bit heavier. So be aware of that just in general when you're working with any sort of shampoos. So with the Pure Detox Clarifying Shampoo, it delivers a true deep clean, removes product buildup, excess oil, pollution, minerals, deposit, medications. Yes, medications come onto your hair. It's going to help remove that. But what it's going to do is there's a lot of clarifying, detoxifying shampoos that strip the hair. You guys know what I mean. Those stylists that use those clarifying shampoos, detoxing, the hair feels like straw. Like it literally strips the hair of good stuff too, not just the bad stuff. This guy is not going to do that. The hair is still going to feel extremely nourished and healthy, and hydration to it once you do it. The key technologies, deep cleansing surfactants. It's going to remove heavy buildup of product. It's got a chelating technology, a foam boosting agents, pH balancing system. So this is a really great shampoo. Happens every time I get so itchy. If you need to prep a client before a treatment service, a color service, it's a great prep. You know, if we do perms, relaxers, you always need to clarify and detox them. This is your go-to. It's going to help the hair too not be so dried out. If you have a client that you're going to do a color correction on, grab this guy after I wash out a highlight. It's this guy. Ooh, a good one. The other day I was sitting here and I was flash toning extensions. So those that do extensions, you take your blonde extensions, you dip them in the shampoo bowl with the purple shampoo. It took them, so like the extensions turned purple in 2 dips. My heart dropped, but guess what? I pulled out this guy and it literally, like you saw the purple shampoo come right out of it. So in a fix, it really, really helps with that. Oh my gosh, if I can stop edging myself. Yeah, so that's all that one for that one. Then we have our pH balancing shampoo and our conditioner. Obsessed, obsessed, obsessed. So what's so important about pH balance? So pH balance is so important in so many ways. So when our pH is too high, what does it do? It's going to open and swell that cuticle. Having that pH balance is going to bring that cuticle down and help retain hair color, moisture, and all the good stuff we're putting onto the hair. Because if that cuticle is just completely swollen, it's going to lose everything. So having a good pH balancing shampoo and conditioner really helps with that. Also, if you know a client or if you are one, that sticky scalp, especially back underneath here, that sticky scalp, that mildewy scalp, it happens, you guys. Some of you are like, what are you talking about? It happens. Scalp stink, that's because your pH balance is off. And I've had plenty of clients come in where it's off and I can tell, and I'll go through with the clarifying detoxifying shampoo, and then I'll go through with the pH balancing shampoo. Now, when it comes to having fine hair, okay, one of the things you'll find with the competitor is you don't need a condition before putting it in, okay? So there's 2 ways. If you have someone with really fine hair that has buildup on it or it can't hold a lot of product, you can use the pH balancing shampoo. Do not condition them because it is a hydrating shampoo and conditioner. Go in and use the atomic leave-in treatment on them versus using a conditioner on them, and that's gonna help prevent too much weighing down of the hair because she's a hydrating system. So be aware of that. She is hydrating. However, my hair is the type of hair that will show buildup like nothing else. And that is how I've been able to tweak it and make sure that it's working correctly. I have that problem you're talking about. Yes. And that is the thing, is to always keep aware of all of that. So the pH balancing, it has a shampoo and conditioner. It has a pH balancing system, soft cleansing surfactants, conditioning agents, slip polymers. You can use it post-color service after toners, glosses, after bleach, removing teasy lights. Okay, removing teasy lights. I have my 2 besties, okay? My 2 besties are going to be the atomic leave-in treatment and the pH balancing conditioner. These guys are going to give slip and literally make those teasies fall out. Not like that, but you know, teasies are really hard to get out. These will help give the lubrication to the hair to help it kind of like detangle and remove much easier. And then I'll go through with the clarifying shampoo after using like a conditioner when I'm removing teasies, so that we can prep it for whatever gloss or toner that is going to be used after it. Okay, I did like a quick little skim over, and I want to make sure that like I start leaving more videos. A few of my videos are up about like the My Chemical Addiction peptide spray, the atomic leave-in treatment. So I have all of that up, but I wanted to get on here to share a little bit of knowledge with you guys. I've been asked, where can you get it? So right now, if you're a professional, go to Oli G's Instagram page and send them a message, and they'll get you set up with a pro code. And if you are a client or a consumer, you can go to their website, which you can also find on their Instagram, olig.com, and you can get all these systems. They have a bunch of deals. I mean, all the brands are having deals right now. It's end of year, Black Friday, Cyber Monday we just had. So take advantage of this. And if you guys have any questions, ask below. I'm going to save this on my page if you're just joining. I'm all done. Have a beautiful day, you guys. Bye.